The rules are simple. I can only use Unpheasant in battle. I will only use the moves Quick Attack and Swagger, and if unable to use them, must reset. No items in battle except after catching my Pidove, I name her Goldie for a reason that I do my first battle with Quick Attack, and it goes pretty well. Quick Attack, which now means that I'm only allowed to use that move until I can get Swagger. I do my first battle with Quick Attack, and it goes pretty well. While on our journey, we meet up with Cherim and go to the town where we had planned to go against our first gym leader. He also gives us a Chesto Berry. These items can be a little bit useful right now, but they will not be used very much later as they are one-time use items, and the Shell Bell will be a much better item for healing.
I might have been better off leveling up, but I try to avoid leveling up, except on trainer battles.
We also meet up with N to do our first battle with him, and this battle actually caused me a lot of problems. This is the first battle where I had a lot of trouble.
You can watch here, which I won't be narrating all of this, but you can see a bunch of my failed attempts here.
Hey look, it's my own kind.
It took many tries, but I eventually did it, but I had to use, I think it was a Sylph Scarf I used eventually, for me to be able to win. Now, this took me like an hour worth of trying, and I might have been better off leveling up, but I tried to avoid leveling up, except on trainer battles, until the Elite Four.
I do a battle with Lenora at level 20, but I have no luck, so I've got to go back and grind up some levels. I do it in the wild on some throws, and I eventually evolve into Tranquil. I do some attempts at Lenora again, but I still remain unsuccessful. As you can see here, her Watchhog keeps putting me to sleep, making me lose. At level 25, I try a few more times, and I am finally able to win. I get the basic badge and head out to continue on my journey. Later on during my journey, I obtain a scope lens. In case you weren't aware, Unpheasant has the ability Super Luck, which doubles the chance of landing a critical hit. And the scope lens also doubles the user's chance of landing a critical hit, meaning Goldie will have a 1 in 4 chance of getting a critical hit. I tried Bugsy at this level, but at level 31, it's just not enough. It looks like I'm going to have to evolve. There were plenty of trainers on the route, so evolving Goldie into a beautiful Unpheasant wasn't very difficult. I go back, and I have another try at Berg, and am able to get all the way past his defensive Dwobble and his Levani, getting me the win. The next Bianca fight was an absolute walk in the park, as she always is. You can see here how I easily defeated Bianca and her entire team of 4 Pokemon on my first try, and then moved on to the fight with Lucia.
He also was really easy, but I actually lost once because his Persian locked me into Torment, making me unable to use Quick Attack. But on the next try, I easily won and did not get locked into Torment. The next battle of Charon that I had was actually quite easy. You can just watch right here, you can see that I beat him really easily, and yeah, I'm not going to narrate over all of this with exactly what went on, but I don't really have anything to say. I beat him on my first try on the next battle. Next up was a battle with Clay. Now this battle took me several tries, but I was able to do it without changing up my strategy. The main problems fueled from his Croc using Swagger and his Excadrill having Rock Slide, which were very big problems for me, but after several tries I was able to win. There wasn't too much strategy as I just have Quick Attack, but as you can see now I got my next badge. The next battle with Bianca was quite easy. The only problem was, as you'll see ahead after I show this, her Herdier had Intimidate to drop my attack, but my ability Super Luck is going to help with that. Her Servine had Leech Seed, which could be a problem because it's like poison, except that they actually take away the health that they drain. So it's like better version of poison. But I still was able to win with some ease. I had another battle with N, you're gonna see. Now this battle was quite a trouble with me while I was in the cave because his Pokemon have high defenses, they resist my attacks, and they're all super effective against me. And they don't have that much health for me to steal with a Shell Bell. So what did I do? After many tries with a Shell Bell, about 10 minutes worth of tries, I eventually reset and I tried with the Scope Lens, which gave me a lot much more success, due to it giving me a high critical hit rate, and there wasn't much health to steal from them anyway. You can watch for us here on my failed attempt and a little bit of my successful attempt. Yep, here's my attempt with the Scope Lens. As you can see, I'm getting critical hits twice as much as before because of my quadrupled chance of getting a critical hit. And you see, I'm losing a lot less health on this attempt as well. That was very close right there, but I still was able to win without leveling up. While in the Spirit Tower, I'm able to learn Swagger finally, which is a move that I'm actually allowed to use apart from Quick Attack. Finally, I get to use a move other than Quick Attack. I decided to go back and do another battle with it. With the last trainer that I was very hard to dodge, I had to very carefully walk around when they were turning the other way, but now I get to defeat them using Swagger. Both of his Pokemon are Ghost types, so Quick Attack does not affect them. Golett was much easier to make it take itself out because it has high attack and low defense. As you will see here, it tries to use Dynamic Punch on me, but it has bad accuracy, so it keeps me safe. I forgot there that that Quick Attack doesn't affect him because he's half Ghost. I forgot that Golett is Ghost. Anyway, Yamask was a little bit more difficult to take down because Yamask has high defense and low attack, and what I really want is low defense and high attack because then they'll do more damage to themselves. Yeah, and the only thing it can do is burn or curse me, and I believe on the first attempt I actually failed. You can see because combined with both the burn and the curse, I lost health way too quickly. I was so close right there, but it didn't work. And yeah, so I take on Skyline. While in the Spirit Tower, I'm able to learn Swagger finally, which is a move that I'm actually allowed to use apart from Quick Attack. Finally, I get to use a move other than Quick Attack. I decided to go back and do another battle with it. With the last trainer that I was very hard to dodge, I had to very carefully walk around when they were turning the other way, but now I get to defeat them using Swagger. Both of his Pokemon are Ghost types, so Quick Attack does not affect them. Golett was much easier to make it take itself out because it has high attack and low defense. As you will see here, it tries to use Dynamic Punch on me, but it has bad accuracy, so it keeps me safe. I forgot there that Quick Attack doesn't affect him because he's half Ghost. I forgot that Golett is Ghost. Anyway, Yamask was a little bit more difficult to take down because Yamask has high defense and low attack, and what I really want is low defense and high attack because then they'll do more damage to themselves. Yeah, and the only thing it can do is burn or curse me, and I believe on the first attempt I actually failed. You can see, but because combined with both the burn and the curse, I lost health way too quickly. I was so close right there, but it didn't work. And yeah, so I take on Skyla next. I do a battle with Bryson, and despite being, the Ice type, which is super effective against my Flying type, His team, I was actually able to beat on my first try. This is my first try right here. I only took one try, and I beat him on my first try. And the moves didn't really do too much damage to me despite them being super effective. So yeah. So you can watch my attempt right here if you want. I don't really have anything else to say. I got the ice badge, whatever it was called. Yeah. Look at that. I beat him in one hit. However, the next battle with Bianca was quite a challenge. Despite, the rival battles are always easy, this Bianca battle was actually very difficult. Mainly because of her Stoutland's Intimidate, making it so I barely damage any of her members on her team. Like, look at how barely damage I do right there. Full restores. This is an itemless run after all. For me. But you can't stop opponents from doing it. You can see here on this attempt also that her Simpor would also use Scald besides the Intimidate, making it so I could get burned, which I did get burned on this attempt. I did win, but I had to have a lot of good luck. You can watch out this attempt right here. Those full restores can be very annoying. See, I got burned on this attempt, which lowers my attack even more. That's to say, I didn't win this attempt. Here's my successful attempt. I had a lot of luck on this attempt. I got some good critical hit luck. At least it's boosting its attack rather than its defense. I didn't get burned on this attempt. You can see it uses 2 full restores in a row. The critical can almost knock it out. I didn't use any swaggers on this attempt, though. I was surprised. Looking back at the footage, I could have sworn I won using swagger, but nope, I won without swagger this time. This was actually a difficult rival battle for once. I won. Iris was really easy too. She used Dragon Tail sometimes and made me forced to be switched out, but other than that, I beat her on my first try. So, yeah, this game is having a real role right now, making it so easy and not. Oh boy, later on I will be far from easy. You can see my battle with her right now, where Dragon Tail is basically a version of Whirlwind or Roar that actually does damage.
try to do the Elite Four at my current level of 65, but Unpheasant is just way not strong enough to do anything in the Elite Four. So I decide to hit the sack, get to the grind, and grind to level 100. Here I go on a 9-hour journey. I go back and catch some Lil Pups and hope that they have pickup because I'm going to need that to get me some rare candies. I get to level 73 and use all of my rare candies all at once and go all the way up to level 100, maxing out my level and all of my stats. And I go to do another battle with Shauntal. But as you can see, with the moves I'm using, this is not going to happen. See, here, I just cannot do it. I tried different things. I tried using Swagger strategy to make them hit themselves confusion. The biggest problem is Cefagrius has ridiculously high defense and ridiculously low attack, which is a horrible combination. I even tried using save states. For some reason, I guess on the Game Boy Advance, save scumming works, but on the DS, there must be some kind of code in there. Because when I tried save scumming, I did because I'm not going to win without it, unless maybe I try 1,000, maybe 5,000 times. I'm not going to do this without save scumming, but for some reason save scumming didn't work. No matter how many times I saved, always the same exact outcome would happen every single time I would load the save state. So save scumming wouldn't work, so I couldn't even do that. And I tried using struggle as well. I tried using 3 swaggers, hitting all 3 of them in a row. It hits itself 3 times in a row. I tried that, but not even a... And then I'd have to get like 3 critical struggles in a row. And I'd have to do it with the 1 in 16, not even with the super luck. I can't use the scope lens or the super luck ability. I have to stick with a citrus berry. I won't have enough health. And I did some math, and this would be about a 1 in 3,000 chance without save states, which don't work anyway, to be able to beat this. And you can see this is really sped up because I'm doing all my tries over and over again. And so yeah, I'm going to call this challenge a fail. I mean, I probably could win this if I had leftovers and in adamant nature